Hello everybody, my name is RedRice and welcome back to Minecraft. This is another update video for my custom crafting data pack, and originally this was just going to be like, okay, hold on, let me turn up my volume a little bit. There we go. Originally this was just going to be a mini update like the andesite, diorite, and granite stone tool thing, but this is like the recipes from before, and these are the recipes from this update. Now, it doesn't quite stretch on into the infinite universe, but still a lot of recipes, so we should just get into it. And I'm going to call this update the mob update, because it adds lots of recipes for spawn eggs. So, let's just get into it. Hold on, I'm going to turn down my volume a little bit more. Okay, so, first of all, you can probably tell what this one is. Instead of a normal egg, it's a cow spawn egg, because you put the cow egg in, mushroom in the star shape, and mushroom blocks all around it, you get a mushroom spawn egg. Excuse me, just ate dinner. And now, this one's also pretty cool. So, with the blaze rods around that, and the powder around that, you get a blaze spawn egg. And this one is pretty cool. Maybe a bit odd, but I think it's good. I really wanted a recipe for this, so yeah, you can tell what it is. It's an Enderman egg. Here, I'll just do that. Here we go. All the villagers are spawnable with spawn eggs, but the illagers aren't. So I've added it for each of them. So the emeralds all around this, the egg, and then 2 totems of the undying. And all the illager recipes are the same. So, like, it's just the item that they have. So, for Vindicators, it's axes. And obviously for Pillagers, it'll be crossbows. As you will see here. And don't worry, witches do have a recipe. They just come later. Here we go. This one is a bit interesting. I'm not sure how handy it is, but it's something. You can probably tell what it is. It's a phantom spawn egg. So the phantom membrane around the egg, and then the emeralds and the diamonds in this position, you get a phantom spawn egg. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so this is another one that uses an existing spawn egg. Take a pig spawn egg, rotten flesh, gold, and golden swords. You know what this is going to be. This is going to be a zombie pigman egg. I think it's pretty cool. McBoom. Zombie pigman. This one is a bit interesting. So, you take a nether star, put it in the center, and then you have your ore chain of command. You got iron first, gold second, emerald, and then diamond. And you'll get a player head. And, this doesn't really do much. Of course, you can place it down. But it actually comes in handy a little bit for crafting other things. So if you get a player head, put it in the center, and 8 skeleton spawn eggs around it, then you'll get a skeleton skull. And same for the zombie and creeper. Just show you that. So yeah, all the mob skulls are craftable now. Including the wither skull. The wither skeleton skulls. So those are all of the skulls. This is a cool one. So you take a skeleton spawn egg, 4 snowballs, and 4 packed ice. Snowballs like that. Packed ice like that. You'll get a stray spawn egg. I think that's pretty neat. And similar to the last one, it's kind of like the alternative mob. Get a zombie spawn egg, 4 dead bushes and 4 sand, you get a husk spawn egg. Okay, this one's kind of fun. So an egg, you'll probably think, oh, this is iron golem. You're wrong. You can't. Iron golem spawn eggs don't exist. But an egg, 4 iron nuggets, and 4 iron ingots will get you 16 silverfish spawn eggs. I mean, just think about it, like little prickles and stuff of silver and iron and that kind of stuff. And they're so small, so 16. Okay, this is cool. So, now you can craft monster stone items. Infested stone items. Including all of the stone things. And next up is a recipe for the horse. 4 leather around the egg, carrots on the top, and saddles on the bottom, and you'll get a horse spawn egg. Next up, this is obvious, this is slime. This is a slime spawn egg. And if I remember correctly, actually get 4 of them. Because, I mean, just think about it. You can spawn them and they might be a baby or they might be a big slime. You never really know. And next up, this uses the slime egg. So, blaze powder around it, and magma blocks around it, and you'll get a magma cube egg. And next up, this one doesn't make too much sense, but it does. This is bees. So with this, I think it'll still work. This data pack should still work in, oh yeah, and you get your bottles back. This should still work in 1.14. Okay, this one's cool. So, get a silverfish egg instead of a normal egg, chorus fruit in the star shape, and pop chorus fruit all around it. And you'll get 2 endermite eggs. Next up, this one is probably the most complex recipe in this. So, a villager egg in the center, a brewing stand on the bottom, a fermented spider eye on the top, blaze powder on the sides, and water bottles in the corners makes a witch egg. Now, I'll give you a second to memorize this. 1 second has passed. Witch egg. And now, that's so much that I now need a shulker box for it. Lots and lots and lots of recipes added. And we're not even halfway through. Or at least, I mean, we might be. I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, this one is... Okay, I know what this one is. So, an endermite egg in the center, shulker shells on the top, and popped coarse fruit on the sides, and you get a shulker spawn egg. Doesn't make the most sense, but hey, it still works. I'm not sure if you can use this in spawners, but yeah. Okay, this one's kind of obvious. This one, egg in the center, ink sacs around it, and cod in the corners, squid egg. Ah, this is an interesting one. This is inspired by a mod, witch water, I think. It's one of the things in it. So, there's this stuff called witch water, and, wait a minute. Okay, so, there's this thing called the drop of evil, and if you use it on dirt, then, it'll create cursed earth, which spawns mobs a lot more frequently on it. And witch water turns mobs into like their more aggressive alts, like their more aggressive alternatives. So, if a squid gets touched by witch water, it turns into a ghast. So that's what makes me use this squid egg instead of a normal egg. With 4 ghast tears and 4 fire charges, you get a ghast spawn egg. I think that that's pretty cool. Next up, this is really simple. It's a cod egg. Egg in the center, 4 cod around it, you get 4 cod spawn eggs. Same exact thing for salmon. Ah, now here's an interesting one. You might be able to tell what it is from the ingredients, but you put a salmon egg in the center, 4 prismarine shards around it, and 4 crystals in the corners, you get a guardian spawn egg. And next up, you get a guardian spawn egg, 4 prismarine crystals, and 4 wet sponges. They have to be wet. You put them around that like that, and a guardian egg in the center, you get an elder guardian egg. Next up, this one is odd. It doesn't make much sense at all, but I wanted a recipe for this. So, a cod egg, 4 seagrass around it, and 4 sea lanterns around it, dolphin egg. Ah, you can probably tell what this one is. This one is a recipe for, trying it down there, the zombie egg in the center, sea pickles on the top like that, gold on the top, and nautilus shells. You get a drowned egg. I wanted to get like something salty and grungy and weird looking for the drowned instead of seagrass or kelp. Yes. This one is cool. Bit overpowered, but still cool. Horse spawn egg in the center, skeleton egg on the bottom, bone blocks in the corners, and 3 bones in the existing places. You get a skeleton horse egg. Pretty cool, huh? And now, another cool recipe. A skeleton horse egg in the center, a zombie egg on the bottom, and 7 rotten flesh, get a zombie horse spawn egg. This is the only way to get it in survival, which is pretty cool. These don't naturally spawn, so being able to spawn them is neat. Hold on, let me just get rid of these. Those are loud. Okay, zombie horse egg. Okay, next one. This is a fun one. I couldn't really choose anything else other than white wool. I think it makes sense though. So white wool in the corners, leather in the star shape, and of course an egg, we'll get a llama spawn egg. Now, if you spawn it, it might be brown, like that one, but a lot of them are white. Let me just dispatch these. There we go. Okay, llama egg. Next up, this is pretty similar to the horse. Leather in the star shape, an egg, 2 saddles, but instead of carrots, it's potatoes. And this makes a donkey spawn egg. And this is a pretty boring one. A donkey egg and a horse egg, and this is shapeless, and it makes a mule egg. Because if you breed a donkey and a horse together, it'll make a mule. Yeah. Look at him. He, however, has to skedaddle. Alright, next up is pretty interesting. Kinda unnecessary, but in case you wanted to have these, snowballs and white wool will get you a polar bear egg. And this one, kind of like the other one, 4 bamboo, white wool on the top, black wool on the bottom, will make a panda egg. Panda bear. Okay, this one doesn't make sense at all. I wanted to have a recipe for this one. I just want a recipe for each mob in the game. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but chicken spawn egg in the center, jungle log in the star, and jungle leaves like that. A parrot egg. Don't fuss at me in the comments, because I don't care. Alright. Now, if you have a villager spawn egg in the center, a zombie spawn egg in the bottom, this is very similar to the zombie horse recipe, you get a zombie villager egg. Ah, this is good. Have you ever been strolling through the woods in fairly early survival? You know, you've got mostly iron armor, you've abolished stone tools, looking for diamonds, and you want a pet, you want a wolf? Well, here, you can have one, without needing to find one. Okay, this one is cool. So, you can probably tell what it's going to be, based on the color of the wool. But yellow wool on the top, brown wool on the sides, egg in the center, obviously. And 4 salmon around it will make an ocelot spawn egg. Next up, this one is cool. An egg in the center, obviously. Orange wool on the top, brown wool on the sides, and sweet berries in the corners. Makes a fox spawn egg. And then for the last recipe, an egg in the center, white wool on the top and bottom, brown wool on the sides, and cod in the corners makes a cat spawn egg. And that is all of the recipes in this update. There are, however, some hidden updates where there are some hidden things that are actually new, because I was adding them earlier today before I made this, and I haven't finished putting in all the recipes yet, so that's why I'm not looping it in with this one. But most of the recipes from the new update are in here, but you don't quite know them. But yeah, that will be it. By the way, sorry for some of this random stuff. It's just, I've kind of been treating this world like a creative world for some reason. But yeah. So that was all of the recipes from this update. I will be uploading it. I'll be uploading the update to planetminecraft.com on my profile. Check me out, subscribe to me, give my stuff a diamond, please. I'm desperate. Not really though, I don't really care about that much. But yeah. So that will be it. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and if you liked it a lot, please subscribe, because I've noticed that a lot of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. And that's not me looking at statistics. I'm just looking at the views on my videos, and people aren't subscribing. So that's kind of sad. So if you're watching this and you like it, please subscribe. If you're watching this and you don't like it, dislike it, I guess. But yeah, that is it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.